Welcome to the StockMentor.com studios here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I am your stock mentor, Brian Johnson, and I'm making professional trading simple. All right, guys, we talked about some areas yesterday to watch. What were they? The 10700-ish area, and then probably below this 10400-ish. We got the gap up today. It held, ran down the rest of the day. If you're an intraday trader, you had good trading yesterday to the downside. You had good trading yesterday to the upside. You had good trading again to the downside today. If you've been holding, you've gone nowhere. You're just kind of straight across the board at this point. If you are holding options, you're probably getting destroyed from day to day. So once again, I'm going to say I'm just neutral on the market right here. There is still no direction, still nothing that leads me to say, oh yeah. I'm just intraday trading from day to day. I'm simply intraday trading, dropping my position sizes. It's been so far in the first couple days a beautiful way to trade this market. Okay, here was the gap up. Now look, 10700-ish area going back to this 10730 was the high here. We only hit 10718, 10719 or so. So no trade to the upside. We didn't break this overhead resistance. Came down the rest of the day, and I mentioned yesterday on this little hammer candle, do not get sold on it. This is why. Do not get sold on it. Now, what kind of situation do we have here? We have a big move down last couple days, Thursday, Friday, then a Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so these two red candles, big move down, a hammer followed by a move down. Gee, look familiar? Here we have in the February, couple days moving down, one in particular, very large move to the downside, followed by a hammer, followed by a down day, followed by a ton of buying. Is that possible here? Yeah, you betcha. Why? We're in this little chop action. Now, my gut means nothing, okay? But my gut feeling is I'm not convinced we're going to do the same thing here that we did back here in February. I don't know why. I have no evidence to back that up, guys. I really don't. I'm just telling you. There's my gut. All right. It was a gut call yesterday on this whole hammer candle. Did I need to be bullish? Sure. Did I need to look at it as a bullish candle? Yeah. I wasn't sold on it though, and we moved down today. So another gut call for me in relative to whether or not we're going to move up tomorrow or whatever. But I'm if we move down, I'm looking for breaks below 10400. Ultimately, I'm really looking for us to hit this 200-day moving average. I think this 10250, 10200 are very plausible targets here to the downside. I'm seeing this on a lot of the different charts. NASDAQ on a 60-minute, same thing. Move up, move down. Holding this 1880 area, any break below here I think takes us back to about 1850, and a break below that area there, about 1850, 1840, I think drops us quite a ways. That would take us back to what I believe would be the 200-day moving average. This is still my target ultimately on some of these drops down here. Maybe 1775 and then a pullback to above the 200-day. I don't know how that'll play out, but I'm looking at the 200 as a very plausible target on any moves back down here below these areas I mentioned, like the 1850, 1840-ish type areas. Okay, same type of scenario. Big drop, hammer candle, down day, and then we started up. Here we have big drop, hammer candle, down day. Now maybe a move back up. I don't know. Now this candle's a little bit different than what we saw back here. Yeah, I know we can argue that this is bearish engulfing, so it's whatever. I just really I like this as a 1, 2, 3. This is just a big consolidation. 4 before a 5 down. I like the count. I'm not a professional dietitian, but I like that count. I don't know if anybody else is doing that out there, but I like it. Okay, from a weekly standpoint, we're really nowhere. It's only Tuesday. This still has a lot of room to roam. Here's the most important part. Watch the 20-week. Watch this blue line. I think those give you your best opportunities for support and or resistance. Any break back below us takes us back down towards this 18, I don't know where that's at, 1820. Stock charts doesn't give me actual numbers on these things, so I can't help you out there. That's why I have to give you sometimes areas. So let's just say the 1820 area. I don't know exactly where that's at. Anyway, SPX on a 60-minute doing the same thing. Move down, move up, and now today move down. Good intraday trading, great opportunities to get short. It was just down pretty much all day long. Pretty simple from a day trading standpoint. Pretty simple to make money today. I was not around most of the day, but after I came home, looked at the charts, I was like, yeah, this would have been a pretty easy day to make some money. Ultimately, the bottom down here is right around this 1100-ish area. I would tell you to let it get below that before you start looking for maybe another shorting entry. More aggressive below 1115 is a more aggressive entry. That's pretty aggressive to the short side, but could leave you with some. The more important thing was wait till he gets over these moving average, right? We didn't get it. We got a gap up today. These things held. 1150 was my area to maybe look at an intraday long. We never hit it. Look at this, 1148 and basically a half. So we came very close. Those levels holding beautifully, beautifully on these charts. I'm just very happy with how things are, quote unquote, behaving right now in the markets. SPX on a daily, look at us coming right back down, getting near at around this blue line. I'll be watching this. This is right around that 1115 area. That's why I keep calling out that area. I like this blue line. Anything below that, I'm looking at the 200-day moving average. Yes, I am. 1100 down in this area. Any break below that, obviously we have these other levels, but ultimately I'm really watching this 200-day moving average for your next heavier level of support on the SPX. Still a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Still in the works. We could be working on still some chop in through here. It's anybody's call, guys. It's very choppy right now. Stay with your intraday trading. And then from a weekly, it's only Tuesday, but this thing is still holding below that 20-week moving average. That's major. VIX on a daily was back up again, coming back into the quote-unquote red zone here. Overall, if we continue down, I'm looking for the VIX to hit about 50. I'm looking for the markets to hit right around their 200 or just below their 200-day moving averages. So you want some good targets. Those are areas to be watching very closely. Apple on a 60-minute. We got a gap down today. No, gap up today. Sorry. Where did we start the day? High was 258.55. Once we got back below what? Yeah, 257.50. For all you guys out there. 257.50. Once we got below that, I really liked it on a move to the downside. However, Apple's still holding very strong here. I got to tell you, markets are moving down. Apple's not really going with them. It is holding up very nicely in here. Now, a break below 247, I still think has a great opportunity to fill this gap, but there's tons of support below it. Once again, on the daily, make sure you pay attention to these marks. In particular, this 50-day moving average. I think that's a great target if the markets literally have to drag Apple down, kicking and screaming. It is holding up so well up here right now that it's very difficult to find short entries in Apple. But for the time being, I don't see any other entries to play Apple unless you're gonna, just kind of intraday trade it to the long side. Weekly, holding this blue line very nicely. We'll see if that makes it by the end of the week. FAS and FAS having great days. Yes, for my student Brian, if you're watching, yeah, I got your note. Yes, these things had huge moves today. Below 26 was my area to go short. I could have picked up some money on that. Right below this 200, remember I said it's hitting it, just trying to work its way through. Finally got the bust that the bears were looking for. Below this 27 area was an area to get short as well. Much more aggressive entry, but still a very good play, very safe play once it broke this 200. However, you got to be careful. Remember, look at how many times it failed. So a lot of people probably got stopped out on that play until finally today it stuck and hold. So today we are below the 200. We got to close below the 200. We got good participation today out of everything. Got to watch those financials. Things could be getting messy for them. Back up and above 1475. Could have gave you about 25 cents on a trade today. That's where I would have been looking to play this. Now we are back once again up and out of this channel. If this continues to play to the upside, opportunities over, I'd say 15. Boy, I don't know. Maybe over 1540. If you're looking to get long, there is some overhead resistance here. I'd let it get up and over this area here, 1560. I don't know where that's at. Once again, Stock Charts doesn't have numbers for me, but let it get up and over this little line I have drawn in here. And then I would look at that as maybe a potential long play. Still looking at maybe this area here or right around 17 for an overall target. Then maybe I could make an extremely messy 5 up out of that from an Elliottician standpoint. Still opportunity here now that the financials have broken up and out of this. Now I'm looking for maybe some entries here in some of these stocks. Up until this point, I didn't like the chop, but these things have really started to break lately. Okay, so that'll do it for today's video. Intraday opportunities abound, guys. Nothing from a swing trader's standpoint yet. Be careful with your money, especially if you're one of those that can't day trade. You're better off just waiting for these bigger levels to get broke, and these bigger levels are, way up here and or down here. We're certainly closer to a shorting opportunity than we are a long play right now. So be very careful with your capital. You got to protect it, especially in these markets. Very volatile during options expiration. Do not be surprised if we have some sort of a gap again tomorrow to start the day. That's just the way these weeks typically work. All right, guys, I will be back with you again tomorrow night. Protect your capital. Nobody cares more about your money than you do. Bye.